everybody, it's the beginning of March, so it's time for another entry in my art journal. I'm not even going to begin to try to fake it. Today I do not feel well. As some of you know, I just got back from a trip to Vegas, and again I'm going to work and talk. So let me find my entry page. I think it's it's really pretty green page for March. Anyway, I just got back from a trip from Vegas, and while it was fun and everything, sometimes when you have a chronic condition like lupus, you can tend to overdo, which is, and I don't mean in a party sense, just the trip alone can sometimes be a lot. And so, since I got home, I just haven't been feeling that great. Now, the reason I mention that is because when I don't feel great, one of my symptoms is I start to become very, very, very sensitive to what people have to say, or if they say anything. I take things very personally, which is something you guys know me, I don't normally do that kind of stuff. So I was just sitting in watching Oprah's channel the other day, and she, I think it was a couple of days ago, and she was interviewing that Viola Davis, who was nominated for Best Actress in the movie The Help, which I have to say, if you haven't seen it, you must go and see it. There's so many ins and outs to that movie other than just the racial thing in The Help. There's so many life lessons and quotes and things that are just so applicable to all of us right now, and I just always keep finding myself going back reflecting on that movie. So I was listening to Viola Davis, and she is such an eloquent speaker, and she was basically talking about when she realized her mortality was when, if you ever lose a parent, you start to realize, well, you know what, I'm the next in line, and you realize that you need to take full advantage of the time that you're here. And that's why I'm bringing this up right now. Even when you're feeling crappy, whether it's from people saying something that makes you feel bad, whether it's a health issue that is dragging your butt down, which is what mine is. It's just, I'm dragged out and I can't do what I want to do, and I'm feeling really like a crybaby all the time, and just, just generally not grounded. You have no time to stay up worrying about something that someone might have said that makes you feel bad, and in the meantime you discount all the people that really care about you, or you just have to try to like yourself whatever state you happen to be in that day, and pamper yourself. So what I did this morning when I got up, I went through my jewelry, and I thought, I'm going to put on things that ground me. Like this ring here was my grandma's. It's an amber that she got in Russia. It must be over 100 years old, and the band is kind of bent, but I love it, and it reminds me of her. So I feel like I kind of have her with me. I usually wear my silver band with the diamonds on it, but this is my original wedding ring set, so I put those on. I wasn't wearing it for a long time because it didn't fit, but I lost weight, and so my rings fit again. And then I found my charm bracelet that I'm sure a lot of you have these. Love them. And now when you go to buy charm bracelets, they're hundreds of dollars, and this is my original silver charm bracelet that I had as a child, and a lot of these little charms all mean something to me. And so when I look down on it today, as I've been wearing it, hearing it jingle, it's kind of keeping me sort of grounded. Before I continue, I just want to tell you that I was using Making Memories Noteworthy dimensional felt stickers, so I'm going to put them down here. So I wanted to dedicate this page once again to something that I heard from The Help. These pennants from the Stampin' Up! Pennant die for the Big Shot, so I'm just going to ink them around. But that Viola Davis, if you ever get a chance to hear her speak, amazing, amazing, eloquent woman. I think I could listen to her talk for hours and hours and hours upon end. But she was just stressing, like she was just generally talking about life experiences like we've all gone through, and I've talked about this before, how one person says something to you and makes you feel bad, and you focus on that, and you kind of devalue all the people who do love you, who do care about you. But for me, in my particular instance, and how I've been feeling this week, it's not so much that I don't have people that love or care about me. I think it's just me being hard on myself, and I tend to try to do way too much when I should be resting, and then when I do too much, then I get all, weirded out. And I wasn't even going to say anything on the video today because it's not like I'm looking for sympathy or people to feel sorry for me. I'm not looking for that. I just want to feel better. And I just thought, if I'm feeling like this, I'm sure there's somebody else out there that's feeling crappy too. Not necessarily physically, but mentally. And they both go hand in hand. When you're feeling really awful physically, you often tend to be feeling really awful mentally, or vice versa. So I think what I got from her speech, and where I'm going in a roundabout way, is basically trying to love yourself no matter what situation that you are in, because you know what, we might be feeling crappy, but I guess by focusing on counting on your blessings more, if you can, and doing things that make you feel a little bit better, then it'll help you feel better. Talk to yourself, make yourself feel better, that you're a good person. Do something for someone else. That often helps me feel a lot better. So today, what was going to make me feel good was to art journal, because this makes me feel better. So that's what I'm doing. So there, I've made my little, I don't know if you can see that, pennant right there. And then I cut out a little bird cage with the Tim Holtz. It's a little mini one, this one here, with again with the big cut. And I'm just going to cut, you've probably seen this done before. I've seen it done. It isn't my original idea, but I'm just going to cut the bird cage, the little bars there, and then I'm going to take maybe some tweezers here and curl them back so that they look like I broke out of the cage of whatever. With me, it's my cage of pain and not feeling good. Somebody else's, they might have broken out of some sadness or anger, but we're just breaking free from all of that today. So I'm just going to finish curling this all up, and I'll be right back. So I've adhered down my pennant there. You can see that, and the strings are just going to hang on the sides. And then, see the bird cage? I curled the branches like I've broken free from my cage, which is what I need to do. And what I'm doing with this art journal process is breaking free. I don't need to stay in this yucky mood, and tomorrow's a new day. And then I've got these Webster Pages Rose and Pearl Sparklers. Aren't they so pretty? And sometimes people wonder and question, why would you use this kind of pretty stuff on an art journal instead of like on a scrapbook or a card or something you're giving away? Because I'm worth it, and I want to look back on this art journal and see things that are pretty, and I think I deserve, I don't have to use, always the crappy stuff in my art journal. I want to have something pretty in here to look back on. So that's what I think. So I use this twine. I got this from the dollar store. I got a red, this pink one, an orange one, and a teal green one, and I love them for $1 a roll. And so I added a piece down where the bird cage was hanging, and I'm going to use one of these little flat back thingies on there. I think I will use this pretty coral one. I think they're sticky on the back. And I'm just going to put it right at the very, very, very top of the bird cage. So another thing that Viola Davis was saying is Oprah was asking her how she has gotten to where she is. And what I'm doing right now, this is a little picture of me as a child. I'm talking on the phone. How unusual. It's a play phone, but I'm just cutting I just want my face. I'm going to try to even get rid of the telephone if I can without weirding up my face. There. And she was talking about, where does she get her confidence from? How is she such a confident person? And she was just saying that she says to herself, I like myself because I'm me. I think there's a book she was reading, a children's book that she reads to her child. And some of you might have, I don't know the name of the book, but it says, I like myself because I'm me. There's no one else I'd rather be. And I thought, you know what? Even though you might go through your trials and tribulations, feel crappy, go through a breakup, have a fight with someone, whatever, can't lose weight, there's still no one else I'd rather be. I don't think I'd want to be anybody else, and I don't think I would trade my life for anybody else's, because everything that I've done and experienced has got me to be the person I am today. I was just cutting out this little bird from the this little template. I just downloaded these templates. They had 3 size birds. Let me see if I can grab it here. There's a big one, a medium-sized one, and then this tiny little one. So I just used a scrap paper with the stripes, and of course I'm going to be the bird, so the stripes are going up and down, much slimmer that way. I want to be a slim little bird, so I am going to put my head somehow on this bird so I can be that bird. Not sure how I'm going to do that. Sort of like that. Okay, I'll get it figured out and come right back. Okay, there's me, smiling happy birdie. I'm going to just take some black craft Stampin' Up! Ink and just ink around the bird. I did that around the pennants, if you can see that over there. And then, I don't know if any of you saw my shopping haul video from my trip to Vegas, and I told you I bought this thing that goes in your hair, these feathers, and I said I know I'll find a way to use them in art journaling, so I'm just going to clip one of these little feathers off and use it as my wing. I don't know, there we go, perfect. Came off really nicely. I am just going to glue that down. Oh, I'm flying, so I guess I need to have my wings like that. So I'm just going to glue that right down. There's a little tiny little metal clip on it, so I'm just going to put the glue along there. And then I might add another one of those pretty sticky back pearly things. There we go, just to cover up that little clip. So there I am, in flight, flying away. Whee! You know what, I'm going to add another wing just behind. Okay, I'm going to be flying upwards, don't want to fly down. So I'm flying away free from my nest. I'll take this little, maybe, this yellow one. It's a little pearl, and I'll stick it on top of that little metal-y thing. When Oprah was finished interviewing her, she said to Viola, she says, what a great interview, you're amazing, you were wonderful. And she quoted to Viola one of the lines from the movie, from The Help, when Viola had the little girl that she looked after, the little white girl. She was the housekeeper in the family, and she just loved this little girl. I can't remember the little girl's name in the movie. But she would hold her on her knee, and she would say to her, you is kind, you is smart, you is important. And I thought, oh, so Oprah said those words to Viola after her interview. She goes, well, Viola, I just want you to remember that you is kind, you is smart, you is important. And it just touched me, because I thought, we are, aren't we? We are kind, no matter what we're going through. We are kind, and sometimes I don't feel like being kind because I'm grumpy, and I feel like everybody should. I have the right to be grumpy because I don't feel good. I don't. So I will put you is kind, you is smart, smart enough to know that this too shall pass. All this crappiness that we all go through, and there will be days when I won't even remember this day. I'll be feeling so great and having such a good time. But when I do feel like this again, I can guarantee you I'm going to open up this book and remind myself of this and watch this video. He was smart. And you is important. And you know, she spoke in the dialect of the South at the time. She was, you know, a poor black woman and may not have had a lot of formal education, but was probably, the character she played and who she portrayed was probably smarter and wiser than some of the biggest scholars, you know, just from your everyday learning experiences. We can learn, sometimes we can learn the most valuable life lessons from the simplest of things. So I'm going to there today. First of all, I want to apologize for being such a whiny baby. But it is what it is. And I want to say to anybody else who's struggling out there today, I'm thinking about you. I'm sending you some of my strength. Know that you is loved, you is kind, you is smart, and you is important. And really, does anything else matter? No. So there is my art journal page. Oh, I want to add one more thing to my page. I just want to add a little butterfly. And I had these Studio 18 dimensional stickers. I might put a little butterfly down here in the little garden. I decided to add some little, you know, doodle lines to show what route the little happy birdie took. There. And it left the cage. And let's see, maybe just around our little birdie. There. So there you go, guys. There's my page for today. You is kind, you is smart, you is important, and don't you forget it. So thanks a lot for watching, everyone, and be well, and see you next time. Bye.